In this episode, we will talk about why Bitcoin requires a long-term focus. Hi, my name is Rocco, aka Bitcoin's best friend. Just recently, I was asked by a very close human of mine if I use bots to trade Bitcoin. I was disappointed with the question because it made me realize he hasn't watched any of my previous videos, especially the one titled Dollar Cost Averaging Bitcoin, which I'll link to in the description below. In it, I reveal my belief that Bitcoin requires a long-term mindset of acquiring it in small but regular intervals and holding on to it, or as Bitcoiners say, hodling it forever. I'll use the following analogy here to explain my viewpoint on this. I've referred to Bitcoin as being similar to the automobile in that its impact on the world will be sensational and unbelievably transformational. So, for this thought experiment, let's place ourselves back at the turn of the last century. Let's say, at that time, you owned 4 mules, but wanted a horse. Luckily for you, this was the going rate of exchange, so you made the trade. Not long afterwards, you found out that for 2 horses, you could trade up to an automobile. You didn't have the required second horse yet, but a farmer was willing to pay you 4 mules if you worked for a month to help him bring in his harvest. You agreed to his terms and did the work. After being paid, you traded your newly acquired 4 mules for another horse, and then quickly traded your now 2 horses for an automobile. Wow, that's awesome. You now own an automobile. Soon, and I mean very soon, the entire country will be transformed with roads and bridges and gas stations and high-speed highways and suburbs, etc., etc. And you will be in possession of this great, revolutionary, empowering, freeing thing called an automobile. But hold on a second. Unfortunately for you, the gift of foresight did not run in your genes. Not too long after you acquired the automobile, someone offered you what appeared to you as an incredible deal of 20 mules for your automobile. And you unwisely accepted the trade. You congratulated yourself and thought, excellent, I'm up 12 mules. So, you continued to trade between mules and horses as the price among the two continued to fluctuate. You got lucky a few times and profited a mule or two, but you also got unlucky in these trades and lost a few mules. After a time, you realized how many variables you need to juggle and how difficult, if not impossible, it is to be a successful trader. And you thought, I wonder what an automobile goes for now. Well, to your absolute horror, you discover that it's now worth 1,000 mules, or 200 horses. And you still only have the 20 mules you first traded your automobile for. That's when you realize that incredible automobile that you once possessed, you will never be able to possess again. And what you do possess, whether it's horses or mules, becomes less and less valuable as time goes on and marches inevitably towards zero. Bitcoin, of course, represents the automobile. The horse represents the US dollar, and the mule represents a weaker fiat currency, like the Argentinian peso or the Turkish lira, 2 countries whose currencies have been devastated by hyperinflation. I hope you never trade your Bitcoin for mules or horses. I know I won't. Bitcoin is the future. I intend to learn more and more about Bitcoin so I can strengthen my understanding of its great potential. Please follow me on this path. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment if you please. And always remember that just like a talking dog, Bitcoin is a miracle.